King Sly. What's up, my guy?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Hello, good sir. Hello, hello. I did not mean for that to rhyme. I'm sorry. That was.
No, it's all good. I loved it. I loved it, and I loved the intro. You got the greatest music playing.
Anyway, but yeah, so you were here to talk all things LOLCOW, and of course to get into we briefly discussed it last night. I had a members only stream last night. We briefly talked about the rich stuff, but I wanted to just pick your brain a little bit about the LOLCOW stuff first, and then we can get into the rich stuff. Because that just happened, like, the last couple of days? That happened more so over the weekend, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a weekend thing, I think. Yeah, it was. I think it was Friday it started, maybe? Thursday or Friday, around there. Oh, it was Thursday. Yeah. I think it was Thursday.
Was it Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it might
okay.
have been. I think it was Wednesday when I first went. Yep.
Gotcha.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm here for it.
You know what? I would be if I were in your shoes. I probably would be doing the exact same thing. Although he ain't gonna pay attention to me. He hasn't paid any attention to me about your conversation with Jay. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, my great conversation. Yeah. I mean, because the last time I was over here, I think we were talking about how I don't like Jay, and now it's switched over to his other friend Richard. Now Dickers is getting the smoke. So it's weird how it keeps changing. Yeah,
I know, right?
I can. Yeah, okay. So so the JKB situation with Jay, I don't like how he gets his money. All right, I told him on the phone when I spoke to him. I don't like how you get it. I think that poor me grift thing is so corny, and I don't like how it's like too much manipulation. That was my major issue when it came to him. I don't like how he obtains his money. I'm not rocking with that. We went back and forth about it. Because I had put out a video or stream, and in there, while I was reacting to the rich stuff, or when I was talking to, it was during the rich thing when I was talking to, I think it was just Lynx. I was just talking to Lynx at that time. I said I wanted to go up on Rewind so I could spit in Jay's face, right?
Yes.
So after that show, he had reached out to me at like 1 a.m. Now, I don't know about other guys, but I'm not about to talk to no man at 1:30 in. Absolutely not. I can't. I'm shutting the phone off. I mean, I'm not in the I'm not in the DMs with the man. Maybe I hit the Discord and talk, but I ain't talking to no man in the DMs at 1:30. Absolutely not. So I'm like, I'm gonna hit that in the morning. So when I woke up, he had sent me another thing and said something about he was like, oh, you can't call me a scammer because of this, that, and the third. Because what I was saying in there was, you're not providing proof that you gave money. All you've done is show a tweet where you gave $500 to a charity, but you have been collecting money since November, and you have racked up thousands of dollars since then. So where's the rest of it? And he would never show it. He would never provide it. So I'm like, okay. So in my eyes, people would ask, and you would say, I'm not showing it. To me, it sounds like a scam. So I was, I said, I'm like, it's kind of like a scam. It sounds like you scam people. So once I said that, he had reached out to me. He was like, you can't say that, blah, 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 blah. She was like, he was like, can you add me on Discord? I said, yeah. So we had jumped on the phone at VC. This is like 5 a.m. I'm getting ready for work. I'm getting ready for work. Yeah, we're at 5 a.m. I'm trying to get ready while arguing with him. And it was like back and forth, like for like 20 minutes, us going back and forth. I'm like, I don't like the fact that you do this whole grift. He was like, you don't understand how much money I really make. Do you think I have to do this? I'm like, well, then why would you do it? So we're going back and forth about that. So then it gets to the point of the scam thing. And he was like, I'm like, listen, you got to understand. You tweet out a picture saying that you're doing streams saying this is all for the kids. Then you tweet out something that says $500 given to charity. But you're not, in fact, where's the thousands of dollars you were getting? You only showed 500. So to me, it looks crazy. So yes, I'm going to say you're a scam. So he was like, well, I gave it out to the community. I'm like, well, who would know that if you're not showing it? He was like, well, it's fair, but I mean, you could have reached out. I said, yeah, we did. And you denied it. You reached out to Snort, and he said, actually get in touch with Sly. He wants to talk to you, and you dubbed it. And he was like, oh, yeah, I do remember that. But, there were so much things happening at the time. I'm like, well, don't tell me I didn't try to reach out because we tried to set this up already, and you didn't do it. But so he was like, well, I can show you that I didn't scam. I gave it to people in the community that asked me. And he was like, he's like, I'm like, yeah, show it to me. Go ahead. And because first he was just like, well, I'm not going to show. Or I showed 2 random people. I'm like, okay, so what's that going to do? You're going to have to show me to prove it. And then he was like, all right, so I'll show it to you. So he starts blacking out names and showing me just prices of what he sent. And I'm like, okay, Yeah, all right, you said it. I'll fix it. I'll put out a tweet and say, yeah, all right, you gave it to I was mistaken. And I'm like, but you got to understand. He was like, I totally understand why how you came to that conclusion, because I did say the wording that I chose was poor. And I shouldn't have said the kids thing, but I was giving it to the community. My community would have asked, because before he was like, well, you could have asked anybody. I'm like, so you want me to go to your chat and just pick a random person and hawk them down and try to figure out
Yeah, exactly.
if you knew anything? No, of course not. Why don't you? And he was like, you're the only one pressing him. I'm like, that's not true.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, you're not the only one that's asked you about this. A bunch of people have asked you, or like to prove, and you're not doing it. So it's like, what are we talking about here? Yeah. And so he was like, no, it's only you. I'm like, that's impossible. I've retweeted people doing it. What are you talking about? And he was like, well, then I didn't see it. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So that was the conversation we had. And I said, I have no problem saying that you gave it, but I'm letting him. I told him too. I'm like, okay, you were right here, but I'm letting you know I'm never dropping the whole poor me grifting. We can go back and forth and agree to disagree, but I'm never dropping it, because he's like, well, why do you think I would have to do that? Yeah, you need to be 100% transparent. That's what I'm saying. And when he's collecting thousands of dollars, but only showing 500 of it.
Yeah.
It's gonna look crazy.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
No,
scam,
I agree.
So I will tell you that. Yeah. So that was that situation. He was like, well, we can agree to disagree. He was like, well, then he was getting real hyped too, like on the phone. Like he was like, you don't understand how much money I make. Way more money than you. I'm like, okay, we're not talking about how much money we're making. We're talking about you not giving what you said you were. Like, what are you talking about? And then he was like, well, why would I have to? So you're going to tell me I have to do all this, but I make so much money? Just pick a stream and I'll tell you exactly. I'm like, all right, we'll pick a stream. He's like, pick a stream this week and I'll tell you how much I made. And we'll compare. I'm like, all right, we'll compare it to the one where you put negative 1,800. Oh my God, I lost money. And I was like, all right, what about this Lego stream? He's like, oh my God, why would you pick that one? Of course I'm not going to. I'm like, you told me to pick a random one, so I just picked the latest one you did.
Bruh.
What am I supposed to know?
My God.
Yeah, he was flexing crazy. And he was like, oh yeah, so you're going to tell me I'm a bad guy because I'm scamming, but I make so much money and then I give like 3 times the amount of it. I'm like, oh, you're giving 3 times the amount of money you make away back to the community? That's what you're doing? I'm like, all right, then show it to me. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, show me how much you gave and show me how much you made, and then we'll stand on it. Tell me how you gave away 3 times more. He's like, I'm not showing you that. I'm like, then don't say it. Don't say it. I'm not going to believe you.
Exactly.
Don't tell me this. I'm not going to just believe your words. Absolutely not. He's like, well, whatever. I'm not showing it. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I put out the tweet and said, listen, I thought he was going to charity and it went to the community. I was wrong on that, and whatever. And I even said I was misinformed on it or something like that. And he agreed, and he was like, I respect it. And I said, all right, boom. And that was the end of it. That was the Jay situation. Yeah, Rich is really holding on to this one. You know, this is his W, I guess. I don't know. Because he has nothing else to say about me. I mean, that's truthful. This is the worst thing he can say about me. Like that I said this about Jay. Mind you, he's in my DMs saying the same things, by the way. So
it doesn't
he would be
even
in my
involve
DMs saying
him.
he's not. It doesn't at all. That's why I shut it down when we were talking the first time. I'm like, what did I do to you? He's like, well, for starters, let's talk about the thing with Jay. I'm like, you're not Jay. Bro tried to scam Jay, though. Let's not talk. He tried to scam him out of his last paycheck and saying, I gave you a computer months prior. That's your pay now. He just retroactively changed the stipulations. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't talk about how.
Yeah,
like let's not talk about Jay and how much I'm caping for. You tried to rob Jay. So what are you talking about? You didn't want to pay him. So why are we even bringing this up? Like, but if I bring it up, so no, that's not true. Okay, you're right, because I didn't cover it.
Yeah, okay.
You got it. He scammed Big Cheese out of the 200. He just took that, reneged on that deal. Didn't want to give him his money back in the day. You scammed Jay. You've worked with shady. I think one of the companies he worked with was like that secret government, shadow government thing. Ended up doing some freaky nasty. All these like things that let's not start racking up the L's that people have taken. I guarantee you've trumped mine. All right, you have taken way more L's in the time. And for the first 5, you were e-begging for half the. Like, don't start coming at me because your man wasn't open when he was gathering thousands of dollars saying it's for the kids. So I'm like, okay, but let's talk about you scamming though. So I've addressed this with him in the past. This is not like a new statement I made, and Rich didn't have a problem back then. Of course not, because he didn't like him. He told me, oh my God, I'm going to do this last show with him, and I'm never working with him. I can't believe he's doing this grift. That's disgusting. So much manipulation. That's what he's telling me. So don't start siding with him now, because this is the only thing you got on me.
That what he was doing was suspect at best. Because if he wasn't showing everything and talking about it openly, then why even bring it up to begin with? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And I brought up oh, my bad. Keep going. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, my bad, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just gonna say on the phone when I talked to him, and I told him, I'm like, yo, even when you're little, you know what you're doing when you put in big red text across -$1,800. You know what that's signaling, and you're saying, I need help. This is or I can't believe I was scammed, or whatever that title was. And then you put on a whole show explaining how you were scammed. He was like, well, I did that to alert because he was telling me I didn't do research or anything, because that's what his big thing was, is I didn't do research. I'm like, oh, trust me, I've covered you a lot. I've done research on you. Like this is not the only just because I didn't reach out to random people in your audience and just pick a random person doesn't mean I didn't do research. I've been trying to find this answer. I've tried to reach out to you, but anyway. So I told him, I'm like, oh, I didn't do research. Okay, bet. So he was like, I did that to alert the community. I mean, he's in a bunch of communities and he's scamming people. I'm like, that sounds good. But you didn't tell anybody in that first stream. You didn't even say his name. So how would anybody have known? And he was like, what are you talking about? I said his name. I said, did it? In the second one, the manipulation one, you said his name then. But when you first alerted it with your -$1,800, you never mentioned his name. You actually specifically said you weren't going to mention his name. And he was like, well, that's why, because, I mean, he was going through something. He was an alcoholic. I'm like, what does that matter? I thought you were alerting the people to let them know that there's a scammer loose in the streets out here. I thought that was the point. What would his life situation have anything to do with what your mission was there? And he's like,
Right.
and he didn't have much to say at that point. I'm like, exactly. So don't tell me I don't do no research. I'm watching the coverage before I'm literally watching it. So don't tell me that I'm not seeing anything. I'm watching you do this little scam. So it's just, I don't know. But he swears up and down he's not doing it. He's like, I get money. That's when the flexing came. I get money, man. You don't understand. You would be shocked. I make way more than you. I'm like, Jay, this is not my job. I work.
Right.
Okay. I'm literally on my way to work right now. And then he was like, wow, that's early. I said, yeah, well, yeah, I work a job, I guess. I don't know. I'm like, what does that matter? Like, what?
What?
So that was the whole thing. That was the Jay situation. But
wow.
I'm cordial. I mean, well, not cordial. I spoke to him, actually. I spoke to him during this Rich thing because I wanted to get him to DM him. Like, oh, if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. But what was the rest of that call you had when you called Rich on the phone when he muted after the Grace thing? He was like, I don't want to. He's like, I know you guys are feuding, and I just want to stay out of it. I'm like, that's all I needed to know.
Okay.
That's all I needed to know was you. Okay, got it.
Okay, yeah.
Because it did sound like him.
It did sound like him. It did. He has a very distinct voice. So yeah, it did sound like that. But speaking of Grace, I just got something here just a minute ago that I was going to show you. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah. This is you may know this person. I kind of know this person a little bit, but you may know more about him than I do. So I just got this
Shamu,
DM, and it's from Shamu. Okay. How much do you know about Shamu? OBS is messing with the Discord. Okay, all right, perfect.
But I do know Shamu. I don't know if you guys heard me. Yes, I do know Shamu. He's been on my show. We love Shamu, and he covers a lot of the Thorpes. He's like the guy the go-to guy for the Thorpes. Yeah.
That's right, because I was gonna say this too before I found out that you were muted. My bad. That he was on. I don't know if you heard about this. Do you know who FPS Diesel is by any chance?
Yes, I did. I watched the doc on the Thorpes.
Yeah. He had Grace on at one point with Xylee. That was fun. That was like a couple months, or maybe more than a couple months. I'm not sure exactly, but Grace was on, and then I think Shamu came on then. That's how that's how I've heard of him. So, okay, that's right. I just haven't heard of him in a minute. Unfortunately, I don't follow him. I will after tonight. But I was sent this. The Thorts have been doing streams outside of RTU's house.
Okay, so
you know
let's
about
talk
this?
about this. Oh my God. Of course. I'm being blamed for this now. This is my fault. So this is what's going on. So Richard wanted Grace and Lynx on. And they were going to do a show. I was talking to Lynx because of a different situation, separate, something Keemstar doxing related. So that was completely separate. She was like, oh, I'm about to go on RTU stream. I said, all right, bet, have fun. She hit me up. She's like, I'm still waiting. I'm like, wow, you told me like half hour or 45 minutes ago you were supposed to. I'm like, how long were you going to wait? That's kind of crazy. And then she was like, I'm only going to give it like 15 more minutes and I'm out of here. I'm like, all right, I would too. I wouldn't even waited that long. So that was what happened. So then the next day, We see that, or did she send me? I think she sent me something about him saying, yeah, I couldn't have to do the stream with them. I learned a bunch of stuff, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, you know what, Lynx, why don't you come up and we can talk about this whole thing? So the title was something, something, and the great RTU betrayal, which I thought was just, funny to say, because it was like really all he did was not answer the phone, but I was like, oh, the great betrayal from RTU or whatever. So I did say in there, I'm like, you're kind of moving weird. Why didn't you just tell the girls you didn't want to show up? I mean, it's not like just say you didn't want to do the stream, which is not that big of a deal. You could choose not to do something. Just tell them. That's all I said. And then she was going in. She was talking about other things, but then the Rich part, he got mad. So then we were watching the stream, and in there, I had said he wanted Grace, and he wanted Grace to come to his house. Then he took it back.
Yes, so, after he allegedly found out about her dad. That I know. Yeah.
Even though if you watch it, he said he did know about it, and then he was like, yeah, you're going to see Grace and them on my stream tomorrow. And tomorrow was the day he got the call from Jay to tell him not to bring him on. So that's why he ghosted him. He likes to skip that part where he admitted he already knew about it. And he said, I just got sent videos. I have to ask and blah, 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 blah. But whatever. So she was on her way there because he ghosted him. He said he was going to call the cops. So I went live and I talked about it. And I meant to say he called the cops on a young girl, but I said little girl. And I'm like, he called the cops on a little girl. And when he heard that, yeah, he wanted Grace to come over. Someone, if you ask him, he knew nothing about. He just invited Grace to his house. That's weird to me.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. Yes, I agree. Grace and Lynx, who just so happen to be a part of the LOLCOW community, or what were, apparently, if you hang out with them, it's a whole nother different story, which is what we were going to get into as well. Apparently, the both of them are Voldemort over there. If you go anywhere near them or even talk to them, you are in big time trouble, apparently. That I don't buy. I don't buy that for a minute. I don't. I don't. No,
oh, yeah, we're going to get to all that. We're going to get to all that. So then Richard sees that and he seethes. He's like, I am no longer liking Sly. That's what he said. He made his big declaration that he never likes me. Now, let me tell you something about, just pause this story to let you know about the situation with me and RTU. RTU, in the sphere I'm in, is hated. Okay? Nobody likes him. Not a single soul likes him. But I always kept it fair and cordial with them. I always got trash for it. I always got, they always shit on me for it all the time because I wouldn't just kill him like everybody else would. They bring up the Dropbox situation. I actually watch the coverage and don't say, oh, that's a bad thing on this dude. Let me throw it on him. I watch the coverage. And I'm like, well, first, I'm like, that does seem a little shaky. But then it later came out that Jay said he saw it and there was nothing inherently sexual about it. So I said, well, if these two are the only ones that seen it and they both are saying this, then this must be it. So I don't get on him about it. And I never did. The Lolicon situation in his Discord. Someone started leaking a bunch of Lolicon. I looked into it. It was Rich never interacted with it. He never commented in that Discord. He never mentioned it. It was his. But it never interacted with it or said anything. Someone just did that to him. So guess what? Yeah. Everyone else calls him a pedophile, but guess who doesn't say that? Me. So I've always been fair. There's some situations where I had to get on him. He made a membership goal one time, and he tried to make it like it was their fault for asking about it, and like he lost his mind. So I criticized him on it. Actually, he actually said, well, I know he's criticized me about the membership thing, and I was rightfully so. I was wrong. So I begged him up for it. I'm like, all right, well, at least you can take the criticism. That's what's up. So I've always been totally fair with him. So when I'm saying this stuff to him, I'm not thinking he's going to get mad because this is how I've been all the time. I've always been fair with him. But this idiot didn't like that I said little girl because it tested his manhood because she went into his chat and said, oh, you messed with the wrong girl or something. And I'm like, you calling the cops on this younger girl. But I said little girl. And he was like, call the cops on a little girl. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And then he's been seething ever since then. That's what I believe sparked this all off. He was so mad that I said little girl. So obviously now I know he's mad and he said a bunch of other things. Now it's little girl. You called the cops on a little girl. That's why everyone's going to now tell him he called the cops on a little girl. Now, do we know who Grace is? Do we know everything about... Oh, wait, hold on. Before I get to that. Yes, we know about Grace. Listen, so then that happened. So now I'm like, and while I'm talking to Lynx, right? He keeps bringing up Grace when he's reacting to it. He's bringing up Grace when he's reacting to it. I'm not even talking to Grace, but he keeps bringing Grace up. So I said, all right, you want to keep bringing her up? You keep playing with me. I'm going to bring her up tomorrow. And I did. So I brought Grace on with Lynx the next day. And this is when he showed up. So we went on there. She was telling the whole story. We watched this react that she had or whatever. So that happened. So then it turns into Sly's a simp. Oh God. If you watch that thing, I guess to him, he thinks that I brought her on because I would have thought people would think she's attractive. Everybody that knows me knows I ain't no gooner type dude. Yeah, and these points are trash, bro. So the fact that he keeps calling me a simp is like, bro, you're the one that brought her on there in the bikini talking about her. I didn't do that. I didn't say nothing about her looks. You keep calling her pretty. You keep saying 2 pretty girls. I got 2 pretty girls. I'm not doing none of that. I'm talking to her because you keep mentioning her that I was talking to her. So I'm doing this to spite you, and I know she has a lot to say. So she was just saying all that. All right, cool. We were gonna get to the point because I even when I DM'd her, I'm like, just let you know. Is there any questions that are off the table? And she was like, no. I said, all right, because you know what we got to talk about, right? And she's like, yeah. She's like, I'm going to answer how I'm going to answer, but you can ask whatever. I'm like, all right, because there's no way that I can go without saying I got to talk about it.
Oh,
so
yeah, absolutely.
Just giving her the heads up. Obviously, the reason we never got to it is because he showed up.
Yes. I've seen this. I've seen bits of this. If you want to, now Snort Hogan did a video on it. Like, I'm not sure exactly how long it is, but shout out to Snort Hogan for that video, by the way. He made a video on it.
Yeah, he did. He did. I have the I don't know. It's if you just want to watch, you don't have to. But like, so he called in. It was a lot of screaming. It got to the point where I just sat back and let Grace and him yell at each other. And then I joined in, like, towards the end. I asked him, like, a couple questions, and he ended up running. So that was the end of that conversation with Officer Richard. He ran. So that was, yeah, Officer Dickers. He ran away from me.
Hughes Hood Ornament super chatted $5. Grace attractive? She's about as attractive as the lead of the B Squad at the strip club on a Tuesday afternoon.
WQ. Thank you, Q. Did you hear that by any chance? No, I don't think you did. Q's hood ornament for 5. Grace attractive? She's about as attractive as the lead of the B Squad at the strip club on a Tuesday afternoon.
Yo.
So true. So true. Thank you, Q, for the 5. I appreciate it. That was great.
I dropped it in there. I took the timestamp to when I started talking. But okay. you can play it if you want. You don't have to. It's not important because he asked 2 questions, and then we were talking back and forth. Then he ran. So, but if you ask him, he was treated unfairly, and he's a victim, and yada yada yada. He called me a thug because he was like, "What would you do if they showed up?" I was like, "I'll shoot through the door if they showed up." If they showed up, because I'm not inviting internet people to my house. So if they showed up, that means they showed up uninvited because I'm not inviting them.
Exactly.
We're gonna show out if he shows. He's like, oh, okay, dog, or something like that to me and ran. I'm like, okay.
Well, and I also love the other name for you that he came up with. You want to talk about that too?
Oh yes.
Fucking
I was
hell.
very shocked. I was very shocked that he played the race card. So he kept calling me an Uncle Tom. Kept calling me an Uncle Tom because I had her. She said that she was racist, and I didn't punch her in her mouth when she said that. And I didn't sink her teeth in her jaw. So when she said that and whatever. So now I am a Uncle Tom. But the idiot's not too sure what he's saying because Uncle Tom's not the bad one in that situation. He's actually the good guy in that situation, but he keeps saying it. And he's reacting to me tell him the story, but he keeps calling it to me anyway. Like, he just keeps calling me an Uncle Tom, but I'm like, it's not the own you think it is. I know what you think it means, but now you're calling me Uncle Sly now. That's his new nickname for me, Uncle Sly.
Yeah. Oh,
so I'm a leader to my people. Then I don't sell them out. All right, that's great. Keep calling me that. Like, so yeah, I don't know. So yeah, he keeps calling me that, and he thinks it's good. So then when I flip it on him, right? So I'm like, oh my god, I'm acting like I'm appalled. Everybody knows I don't care about this. Look, we're on the internet in this LOLCOW sphere and commentary. Do you think I'm gonna be upset? Someone says the N-word to me? What? I wouldn't be able to make it a day outside if that happened. That I'm gonna be upset because someone says the N-word to me. He was like, there's no way you would let me say it. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't let you say it. I had 2 people. Oh, you saw it. You were there on Christmas Eve or the Christmas special. When I had those 2, the black dude and the white dude screaming at each other. You were in the chat like, oh my god, what did I just walk into? They were screaming the N-word and all that at each other. Yeah, he said I would never allow a white man to say the N-word on my show. You saw it live.
I was gonna say, I was there. I remember that. Yes. Oh my god, that was nuts.
Yeah, it was crazy. But right there,
it's great. Oh,
yeah, she walked in when Bill was losing it. She's in the trailer. If you look at the trailer I made, I think your name pops up in the chat because I remember she just had walked in. I'm like, oh, but she's like, what's going on here?
I walked into chaos, of course. Yeah,
he's like, you would never allow that. He's only doing that because he thinks she's pretty. No, I'm doing that because I'm not a snowflake that's going to be upset that someone said the N-word. First of all, this is why you're a LOLCOW, because if I was upset about it, I would never tell the internet. Yeah, I literally played a song called N-Word Island in there, like where the white dude singing. He's such an idiot. But anyway, but yeah, so so I'm taking it away because, when I get in these debates, they think that if they get mad, they'll just say the N-word, then the whole chat will be like, oh, look what he said. But I take it away from you because I'm saying it all the time. I'm taking that. You don't get to. Yeah, we literally have an emote of / girl in blackface. Like
no way.
Yes. Yes. Like that.
That's great.
You can't do this whole like I'm only doing this because of Grace. I have people. They can say whatever they want. I don't care. I'm not offended by these words because I know. First of all, when we're in person, you ain't never gonna say this to me.
True.
I know you're not gonna say it to my face. I'll let you say it online all day long. I don't care. It's not gonna bother me, but. It's a lot different if we're face to face with it. The people debate black people, they'll be losing and just say, "Oh, you're N-word," and then like leave, and everyone like is so shocked that he say it. But it's not gonna be shocked over here because we say it all the time. So it's
I was gonna say,
I don't care. Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, it
has nothing to do with her being a white girl. Like, first of all, I'm 32 years old. This man might be because look at the size of him. That's why I was trying to explain to him because he keeps calling me a simp, and I'm like, you gotta understand, bro. You've been fat 99% of your life. I get it. You bring home big slobs. I don't touch them. We don't go around them. So you talking to a girl that's not 320 pounds is probably a surprise for you. So yes, you get a little too fired up. That's why you keep talking about her looks and how she's 2-seaters. Exactly. The type they gotta buy 2 seats on the plane. 2-seaters. So yeah, I don't rock with them. We don't move around with them. So that's why. So I keep calling him out for it, and he's just not because you're the one that keeps commenting on this girl. You're the only one doing it. I can talk to her and think nothing of it. Just talking to her because I know it makes you mad when she's going in on you. That's why you keep saying, "Oh, he's only doing this because she looks good." Or, she's only doing this because he knows his audience would like it, bro.
No.
I've seen women before. Okay, this is not like a new phenomenon. You are like shocked that we've talked to him. And then he's talking about how I look. He's talking about he's talking to me how I look. He's like, oh, look at what he's wearing a shirt indoors. He said this is what I swear to God, he said he's wearing a flannel indoors. That's what he told me. That was his big own. He says I'm wearing a flannel indoors. And this thing that Shamu was talking in this stream, he says, oh, look at he's wearing a flannel indoors and his sunglasses indoors.
We gotta watch this now. I was gonna anyway, but yeah, that's okay. Yeah, all right, chat. We're gonna watch this. I'm not sure how long it is, but we're gonna watch this for just a minute. I have to watch this now.
I don't know if he says it in here.
That's right near my house.
That's not. Okay, hold on. Let me turn this down a little bit. It's a little loud. Okay.
Not for us.
That's right near my literally. You, if I had to piss, of course it's not. Come on. What are they fucking? Like I saw that. I'm like. They changed it. This used to be having a nice picnic in upstate New York. Then they got shook. Oh, that's right near my house. Right here. but you know I'm Officer Dickers. What's up, Meme Dumb? How are you?
That's me. It's triggered because I called him Officer Dickers. That's why. He bought a hat and all that. He thinks this is owning. I've made you go buy something and own that you called the cops on this girl and her dad. I think it's so funny to me. I think it's so funny, but he thinks he's getting me.
Didn't he steal your soundboard or try to steal your soundboard?
Yeah, he's my son. Yeah, he's my son now. He's a, you gotta, and it makes it funnier, right? Because he used me as validation, and because I wouldn't be the one that would go after him all the time. I've been on the show before, so he would always shout me out in his streams and be like, "Oh, Sly doesn't like when I take my shirt off. Oh, Sly, you know, I was talking to Sly. I was doing this with Sly. Yeah, Sly." He would tag me on everything on Twitter. He would constantly shout me out. You want to know why? No, because every time he did, my DMs would flood. Because they'd be like, "Oh my God, your friend Rich, your boy Rich said this today. Your boy Rich said this," and like just trying to get at me. But I'm like, I can't help that this man's talking about me. Like he makes it out like we're best of friends. We're not best friends. I barely talk to the dude.
Right.
Yeah. So it's funny. So all that, with now he's emulating with me with the sounds and all that, which I don't know what kind of own that is. You look crazy trying to be like me. I don't know. Whatever.
So, Sly, they're right there, dude. They're right there. How am I clutching my pearls? Does this look like a little girl, Sly? Does this look like a little girl?
See?
Is that a little girl?
Shit like.
And he's pointing right at Ben. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You see, I told you the little girl's got him seething because I said that. Like he is furious about that. This is 2 days, by the way, after I said the little girl part. It's 2 days after. He's still on it. Oh, yeah, yeah. And then he said something really weird. He's like, "Oh, is that a little girl? Is that a little girl? I think you need to read up on the female anatomy." I'm like, what? What are you talking about? A little girl? Like, what are you talking about? What are you saying?
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm living rent free. I got my feet kicked up in his mind. That little girl comment killed him.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Spread your cheeks and just go to town.
Bang, bang, bang.
I didn't mean it to spread your cheeks, but it kind of worked.
Yep.
That's one of my favorites, by the way. But just so you know.
Bang, bang.
next to Juan DeMarco, those two are my faves.
Oh my God. Yeah, he
I
calls
love
him
Juan
Jan.
DeMarco.
He calls him Jan.
Yeah.
Someone else calls him Juan, I think, and then it's Don DeMarco is his name, but everyone thinks it's Jan, Y-O-N.
Gotcha.
I don't know where
Jan.
He's a retard.
Yeah, Jan DeMarco. That's funny.
Jan DeMarco, as he was calling it.
Oh,
so stupid.
hell.
Yeah, they changed it. It was a nice little picnic in upstate New York.
Yep. That's where I live.
So there it is.
I was gonna
First
say,
off, she's a grown-ass woman. That a little girl? I'm waiting, Sly. I'm curious. I mean, take the sun.
What is he getting? Does he?
I'm telling you.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. None of this makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
None of this makes God. What does he think that you're trying to? He's I don't even want to say that he's projecting, because even then that's
his ego. It's his ego. Yeah. Because I called him out for calling the cops. I think it's a cowardly thing to do. Because obviously these people aren't going to do anything when his reasons are, oh, he got arrested once. Okay, cool. I'm not defending this dude at all. I mean, if you watched it, she even brought up what I said to him. I said I wanted to shoot him if I saw him and all this other stuff. We were talking to Grace. She brought it up. But yeah, so I'm not saying anything. I don't know about the whole jail prison situation, but I do know about the bottle that he made her suck on, which was very weird. And I do know a lot about, or not a lot, but I do know about him and the way his takes are disgusting and all of that other stuff. But he keeps focusing on Ben going to jail. Like that automatically makes you like the baddest guy in the world. Like you are just ready to take on life because you got arrested, which is not the case. So I'm laughing at him because he'll take it away from her, and it's all about Ben. It's because Ben's been to jail. Ben's scary. Okay, you're afraid of a man. Oh, fine, you're afraid of Ben. I don't know what else is better. You called the cops on a little girl, or you're afraid. You're telling the internet you are vigilante justice. She's like, you wanted to do vigilante justice, but doesn't matter. But I'm like, so you're either afraid of the little girl, or you call the cops on a little girl, or you are admitting me to right now that you are terrified of another grown man, which is fine. Wow. Just own which one you want. You couldn't beat that information out of me. I'm never telling nobody I'm terrified of them, but you keep bringing it up like you're scared of them, which is fine, whatever. So I said he was like, yeah, I'm sure you would. I'm like, if they showed up to my house uninvited, because I didn't invite them ever. You invited them at one point. I would have never done that. So yes, it would have been uninvited, and I'm shooting through the door. If you come up to my door and I don't want you here, I'm shooting through it. I'll take the L, 100%. I live in New York, so I'm definitely going to jail. But I got kids here. I'm shooting through it. I don't care.
Oh yeah, that.
No,
I don't blame you.
And I'm definitely not calling the police. I'm not. And he thinks it's crazy, right? Because he lives with his mom and dad, so obviously still at 40-something. Yeah. So he never went through anything in his life. So he might call the cops, or to him, he might think this is dangerous. And 2 people up the block that I don't like is not the newest thing in the world for me. Like I've grown up and I've been in situations where people I don't rock with were up the block from me. Like I don't know. I didn't run to the cops because of it. I've been in. Someone tried to kick in my door. I had my kids in there. Got us scrapping outside. Jesus. The cops showed up, and it was back in the day. Like I grew up a different way. So this type of stuff, yes. When I say I'm not gonna run to the phone to call the police and end my stream, I'm never doing that. And if I was gonna do it, I'm never letting the internet know. I would never. Never tell him. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna go call the cops," and shut his stream off, and came back and said he did. He was proud of it, which is fine.
Fucking hell!
There was one. Oh, go ahead. You can finish. My bad. I don't mean.
Oh my god. No, you are good. You are totally fine. Bro. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And listen, here's the thing though, right? I live in Missouri. I've made it known. It's not a secret. I live in Missouri. Missouri is the show me state. Just saying.
Show me. Yeah, you have to show me.
Just saying. And we have castle law here. Just saying too. Yeah. So I'd love to see you try. I would love to see. So you're gonna shoot through the door
too? I see. Legally too. Yeah, I'm in Buffalo. I make it known. He screams it all over. Oh, you should go to Buffalo. You should go to Buffalo. You should go to Buffalo. Sly lives there. So that's what he was doing in this too, which was funny because they were going to Erie, Pennsylvania, and that's like you got to drive through Buffalo. And so I thought they were going to Keams too. I thought they were going on a whole road trip of the LOLCOWs to go like pack them all of them up, which I thought was funny. I ain't going front. I thought she was pulling up. So and then I was like, okay, well, Rich, if I was such a simp, why didn't I say to stop by me? If I would come see me.
True.
Stop at my house. You're going right by my house. So if I wanted it, like, what are we talking about? You're the one that asked her to. I didn't ask her to. Didn't bring it up at all. And even in the conversation we were talking, like.
And not only that, but she would have said something. Knowing her, she probably would have said something to you on the stream saying, "Hey, Sly, when am I coming to visit you?" You know what I mean? Or at least that's what I think. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But knowing her, knowing her, she probably would have. And no, I don't blame you. I wouldn't either.
The only person is Chris. Chris, yeah, me and Chris, me and Chris, yeah. I'll
not even Leon. Not even Leon.
No.
You're not gonna
No. No, I think Grace is gonna come to me and Chris. We're all gonna kick it and go out to eat. Me, Chris, Ben Thorpe, and Grace. We're all gonna go get a nice drink.
Oh God! Can you even imagine? Oh my God!
And then we're gonna road trip, and we're all gonna go see Richard, and we're gonna go see him shoot his new gun. Loser. I mean, whatever. It's just funny. It's just funny. He's just buying pellet guns and shotguns.
He's doing it for show. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
They're never going to do anything to you. What do you think these two are going to do? Come kick in your door? Or what are they going to do? We live in Buffalo. Or we live in New York. You have to literally, to get away with that, you have to literally be inside, like in a closet with a guy with a knife stabbed into your stomach. Maybe then you can shoot at them and get away with it. It has to be backed into a corner where literally you cannot move, and you might want them to punch you or stab you or something just to make sure you can get away with this. It's so strict.
True.
So obviously, these two aren't going to do anything too crazy to you, but maybe park outside and scream. That's probably as much as it's going to happen, but they haven't even done that yet.
Yeah,
they're just taunting him. And this idiot is stockpiling the worst weapons of all time to fight this invisible war. And I'm just sitting here laughing at him, and he thinks he's getting me. But you look crazy doing it. I'm not posting guns saying, "Oh, I'm taking care of my family." Since when? Since
Right.
when? You're on your.
Right.
You're on a. They might have sex on Rich's lawn. You.
I mean, Q's
funny.
not wrong.
That's funny. That's funny.
Q's not wrong.
That's so funny. That'd be wicked. You know what? Then I might have to shoot. You know what? Maybe I'd side with Rich then. That would be a sick sight, boy. That's one way to get him. Oh my God. That's one way. That'd be nasty. But there's one thing I ain't like though. I was doing a stream. My kid came downstairs to get something from the basement. And I leaned over and I was talking. I forgot to hit the mic, the mute, and came through. And I was like, oh, just make sure whatever, everything's good. He stops the video and goes, "Is that your daughter's live? Why don't you bring Ben Thorpe down there?" Now, this whole time he's talking about how he's a pedophile and all that. So I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Why would you say that? Like, you're talking about, I'm not bringing your kids into this. I'm not saying nothing about yours. Don't bring mine up. Now,
excuse me?
That's what he said. He's like, why don't you bring Ben Thorpe down there?
My God.
Right?
Oh,
Right. Oh, you clipped it. Good job, Reap. Oh yeah, Reaper clipped it. Yeah, he has it. Oh, Reap, send it to me. I'll send it to her right now. What's up? What are you doing? What happened? All right, I was making sure.
Oh, is that your kid, Sly? Is that your kid? Is that your kid? Would you want Ben, the little girl, to show up there?
Okay. Mind you, was talking about him being a pedophile right before this.
Bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Oh, it gets worse. Yeah. Keep going. You going back up there?
Yeah, have Ben there.
Oh, fuck you.
Now, I'm joking. I don't want him to show up to your doorstep.
Then he walks it back.
But I am sure your response to this would be a complete 180. Complete 180.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, don't talk about Rich's kids. Which you
exactly.
Let me tell you this about me. I know Rich's situation and I know his kid's situation. Yeah, I don't know what he meant about the 180 because I'm standing on the same thing I said. I'm definitely shooting through it. So, this is what I'm gonna say about this. Yeah, I know, right? We could talk about his daughter. Exactly, but this is what I'm saying. Let me tell you something about this. Regardless of what people think about him or whatever, I've never said a thing about his daughter. Even when I heard this, I didn't say anything about his daughter still. I didn't say, I won't watch the Kino Casino because I know that they talk about his daughter. So I don't want to accidentally broadcast them talking about his daughter. So I stay away from it. I don't get in the discourse when they talk about it. I keep his kids completely out of this. I've never said anything about him. The most I said was right after this clip, I said, sorry, we stop and make sure our kids are good. That's all I said. That's literally all I said. Obviously, to take a shot at him with his wife or whatever, that mom or whatever that was, that came and said, "Can you please help me?" And he wouldn't. That was the shot. I didn't say anything about bringing a pedophile to your house when you heard your kid in the background. I've never said any of that. I've kept his kids completely out of it, the situation. I wouldn't even mention him. Yeah, so this would I couldn't believe it. Because it was like, now if I would have OD'd, right, and said something crazy, now people would think it's justified, but I'm gonna be as low as you now. I'm keeping it to you. I'm not bringing in this kid situation. And I haven't, this man's been acting like I'm bringing him, I'm saying that I want them to go to his house. I never said that.
No. And they're grown-ass people. They can, there's only, what are you going to do? What would you have done? Told her, don't go? They're going to do whatever the fuck they're going to do. You know what I mean?
I can't do anything about it. Right.
Yeah. Like, what does he expect for you to do? Just sit there and say, no, Grace, I don't want you, shouldn't go. Like, what? No.
Yeah. First of all, I don't like you right now. And To be honest, I think it's funny that you're getting so afraid because I know they're not going to do anything. They're all over live stream. Do you know how dumb they would have? I mean, I don't want to say they're bright, but you would have to be a different level of dumb to live stream every moment of your life and do something so illegal to this man's house and think you're going to get away with it scot-free. That's how I am so sure that nothing's going to happen because they've documented it. There is no evading this. You are straight to jail once you're done. So if you do anything to him to harass him or step on his property, then you're in trouble. And they've been circling around his house. It would be kind of cute. I ain't gonna front. But I'm not encouraging it. But all I said was I can laugh. Now I think I'm in the right to say I would laugh. Like I would think it's funny.
I would too. I'm not gonna lie. I would too.
Yeah. If anybody showed up to Phil's house, we'd all think it was funny. Everyone would, and even him. We would say we don't condone it, but we're not gonna not watch it. Obviously, we're gonna watch it.
I'm just saying, I would.
The quartering.
I totally would.
Yeah, right. The quartering was real fun. Yeah, when he wanted to box him, and he was like, "Oh, we're gonna fight. Let's fight right now." And then quartering said, "I bet."
I totally forgot about that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna fight him anymore. Yeah, I can't do it. Sorry, because of my daughter. I criticized that.
That was it.
And I was like, wait a minute. You knew about the daughter before this. You agreed to the fight when your daughter was going through it. So now when he agrees to it, now you can't use your daughter as an excuse because you've already said you would fight him while that was already happening. You can't then when he agrees say, no, I'm not doing it because of that. That doesn't work. That was another time I disagreed with him and I criticized that. But it was like a light. That's the criticism right there. It was like, you can't renege. Like there was never something this deep. It's the little girl comment. That's what got him so triggered.
Again, there is no way that he didn't know. There's no way. There's no way.
And I have a conspiracy, and I don't do conspiracies, but I broke it down with actually facts, all right? Well, I think it's facts, all right? I broke it all down. He has watched LOLCOW live since inception on his. He's reacted to everyone.
Yes.
I looked in the last 7 days, 1.1 something million views rolled off his channel. It goes from January 31st to March 8th. All of February is a gap. There's nothing in there. Now he streamed during that because the Jay situation was happening in between there. But also something else that happened in between there was when Grace was first on LOLCOW live when they talked about it. Now he watched it. From January 31st, he literally watched LOLCOW live, and then March 8th, he talked about Jay. Then March 10th, he was right back to watching LOLCOW live. It was just that February. So you're gonna tell me that you just skipped the part where it says he smashed her dad or something, or she smashed her dad? You just skipped that over. You didn't even watch that, right?
Right.
And that was that,
right.
Which I hard to believe. That's one point. Queens, he was on Queens when he was arguing with Becky. And Becky brought up the whole dad. You sucked your dad's ick, right? Rich was right next to him, didn't say a word. Now, okay, if that was your first time hearing that, you're not going to be like, well, what? What happened? Like, you're not going to be shocked that they said this? Like, what are we talking about? So no, he didn't even respond to it. That also is very telling that you knew about it. That's that one. And then 3, he even said, what you jacked up, but you should have never said this. He was like, it's different for me because I didn't know about it. Well, you can't say you didn't know about it because it's like, you're an idiot because it was like all over. There's no way you didn't know about it. So that means it's worse for you too, moron. What are you talking about then? So
Exactly.
What did you just say? Why would you say that? That's when I was like, I'm never engaging with this dude again. I'm never engaging with this dude again.
I don't blame you at all. I really don't. Listen, and he's just looking for. Now, let me ask you this, and I haven't really. I know that you have been following a little bit more than I have. Back to briefly about the LOLCOW stuff. So, when he got let go, did that come as like? Did you follow anything about that? About him getting let go, or anything that happened with that?
I did follow it. I did see that. I thought it was cap because of how they did it was just didn't look real to me, and that's where this all started. That's what this whole Grace thing started because he brought Grace and Lynx on for doing this LOLCOW reject thing that Grace was doing. They brought them all on there. That was the reason they were there in the first place. All people that got kicked off. So this all started because of that situation. And I said, I was like, well, it's a little corny, but I didn't feel no way because I already was feeling away because. Not feeling away, but I was like looking at Rich a little like crazy because Rich was telling me how he didn't respect Jay and how he wouldn't even rock with Jay because of how he was getting his money. But then you team up with him because Daddy Keem told you. So now all of a sudden
Right.
you run to daddy and link up with Jay when you were telling me how bad of a person he was. Now, if I don't respect you, I don't care how much money's on the table. If I don't respect you, I don't respect you. And if you're doing some scummy thing that I deem as scummy, which I still, they pour me grift, I'm not rocking with, I'm not going to rock with you at all. I don't care who Keem says. Like, I'm not doing that. So I was looking at him a little shake. So when it happened, I'm like, hey, listen, that's what you get. But yes, I did follow it. I did follow it.
Now, when he got, now I noticed that I did see like the posts and stuff about, yes, Q, Rich and Jay got back together for LOLCOW Tech. Yes, they did. But now, since Rich has been let go, now it's David Jaffe. David Jaffe is now the co-host, or was. I don't know. I saw something about them being canceled last night, too. Just like how Queens was canceled for like a day. So, I don't know how true that is. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, they were back together for a hot minute. DOG, God of War director? Yes, Reaper. Yes. David Jaffe is now the co-host of LOLCOW Tech with Jay. Yeah, and listen, even, I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't. I never really liked David Jaffe to begin with. Just saying. So, but anyway, so back when it was announced that Rich was let go, I thought that it was Cap too, because I was thinking, because they've done the same shtick with Boogie, they did the same shtick with Wings, they're doing it to Becky, and now they're doing it to Tina, and all of that, and they're doing it with LOLCOW Aussie and everything else, besides Rewind, which I find funny, by the way. They haven't touched Rewind at all. They haven't fucked with Rewind not one bit. Gee, I wonder why.
I know, right? I don't think Silent ain't gonna go for it. Now, Billy the Fridge might. I think Billy might if Keem told him to. Cause when I was up there, Billy was sweet, boy. That man has his room out for the LOLCOW. Hey, he'll sweet. Like, I think like he's a little too much with the brand though. Like, I'm up there arguing with Tina because she's out here grilling. Her and Becky were grilling a girl, calling her a pedophile and all that, or a predator because she dated a girl that was 19 years old. Like, what? Why are we calling her a predator? So I was cooking them because of that, because I thought that was crazy. And Billy was like, well, I mean, it's just because then Keem showed up another time, big dub for Sly over here, because Keem ran from that one too, by the way. Keem ran from me too. I'm having all these cows running from me, all right?
I did not know this. I did not know this.
Yeah, Keem stepped up to the boy and he ran. He ran from me. We watched it, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Big, yeah. He ran. He ran from me. He was like, "Oh, I know you probably think you got me on a gotcha, but appeal." He was gone.
Wow.
Because I'm like, because he was saying, he was like, "This is LOLCOW. It's not like it's drama alert." I'm like, okay, then cover these topics because thousands of people watch you. Doesn't matter what you are. If you're covering serious topics, then you got to get them right. You can't just sit there and scream and say all this. And he was like, well, I mean, like, I guess, but it's like, I'm like, and why would you broadcast this? But when Shamu wanted to come up here and cook Grace on his, you wouldn't let that because you didn't want to talk about this type of stuff. I'm just trying to understand what the situation is here, why it's okay now, but it wasn't okay then. And then he was like, oh, and he left. So that was it. That was it.
Yeah. And also, and like we mentioned it earlier, now it's been a rule since Grace got let go, to be fair, I guess. But that if anyone that associates with Grace or Lynx, you're out, or you get into big time trouble or something like that. It's when did that get? Was it around the time that Grace got let go? And what happened with Lynx? Because I knew that Lynx left, but I thought that her and Keem were okay at one point. Didn't follow what happened.
No,
with that.
Okay, yes, I did because I had Lynx on like all throughout that whole thing. So what happened was, Lynx got let go. I forgot. She did tell me the reasoning because they showed it as one, but then it was like the Becky revenge porn thing when they tried to say that was bad, that she told people where you can get it. But I think there was a different reason. I forgot what the actual factual reasoning, but what happened was during that, I know that she wanted to do her own thing and she couldn't do both. She couldn't juggle her channel and work for Keem. So that was a point of contention. I do remember that. And then once she left, she went and did her own thing. And then Pay Pigs that were over there left and went to her. So that got Keem real mad, especially one of them. I think his name was Nirvana, I believe his name was. He went over there and started kicking it with her, and he didn't like that. So then he was supposed to send her a computer. He rerouted it back and said that it was wrong, so that was kind of messed up. Then he tried to hold her pay, and then he started like pinning every little thing on her. Like someone would get doxxed, and it would be her fault. It would someone's getting harassed, and it would be her fault, and they would do this all the time to her. So now I'm looking into it like, what is going on with this? Like, why is this girl getting blamed for everything? So they just tried to recently put a doxing on her about this dude named Italian Stallion. Now, this dude Italian Stallion, that whole situation was ridiculous because he was never in. She gave me admin, and I scrubbed her Discord to see if he's ever touched it and said anything. He's never even been in there. So that couldn't have happened. And then,
go ahead.
No, you're good. And then and then you look and his name is displayed fully on his Discord, like his full name. So and he was in a Discord with over 1,000 people, the LOLCOW one. Oh. So that could have happened anywhere. Like, it could have literally been anywhere. It could have been anywhere. Ooh. So that happened. Yeah. So they blamed Lynx for it, and it was funny because the guy even said, "I don't know where it's coming from," and Keem's like, "Oh, I know." How do you know? If you just found out about it right now, how do you know? How do you know where this is coming from already? So he wanted to pin that on there, and that wasn't true. And then there was a couple other doxings, because even Jay was out here looking. He was like, "Can someone show me?" Because Jay thought when he was talking to me on the phone, that she got fired because Keem told her he doxed like 3 people. Like, she didn't dox anybody. You'll never be able to find it, and that's why he was out here searching on Twitter saying, "Does anybody have proof of her doxing?" And no one can send it to her because it never happened. That's why I have no problem with backing Lynx when everyone else doesn't like her, because I'm only going off the facts. I'd seen this. We covered it from inception. She's been over here. I know what's going on because she tells me, and I see it. I'm looking at it myself. Like, I'm looking into it myself. I'm not just riding out because she told me. She's going to have to prove it, and she's been proving it to me. And then she was like, "Here, you can do admin. You can look through everything." And I did, and there was nothing. So, and then when I saw that Italian Stallion had his full name on there, like, well, you're just asking for it at this point. Like, I don't know. Like,
he didn't even blame Lynx or anything like that, did he? How did she get brought up into it though?
Because Keem he insinuated it was Lynx. That's what his big blame was when he said, "I know what happened. I know what happened." That's why everybody got kicked from the LOLCOW server, because if you had any connection to Lynx, you got kicked. Now, last time he did this Lynx purge, I made it through because I've been a part of it, the server, since I was on Rewind. I was able to go up there whenever I want. That's another bonehead RTU thing that he was like, "Oh, he's upset he can't be on. He can't get clout from Rewind." I could have went on Rewind 30,000 times. I never went again. Xylee's reached out to me like 3 times saying, "You know, you can come up here whenever you want, right? You don't have to wait for something." I'm like, "I'll wait for something when it's important, and then I'll come up there. I'm not worried about it." I could have went up there 19,000 times if I wanted to. I didn't do it. So he's like, "Oh, he's upset because of it." Oh, okay, yeah. So so I'm thinking I would have been fine. Then I go and click in, and I'm gone. I got kicked too. So they really scrubbed everybody. If anybody had any connection to Lynx, you were kicked. That's why, because he blamed him, or he blamed her again. And you know what I mean? She was getting upset about it because she gets harassed over that. Like, they be getting at her about it. And so I'm like, all right, come up, and you know what I mean, we'll get it off. Like, you know what I mean, you can say what the truth is, and I'll help. Because
No, good for you. Because, listen, I don't know all of what... I understand that Lynx is, to a certain degree, maybe not so much as Grace. I think Grace is more of a Voldemort than what she is, I guess. I don't know. People can argue that point, I guess. I don't know. But, I personally don't think that Lynx would ever do anything like that. Now, granted, I don't know Lynx that well, to be fair, though. I only know of her because of LOLCOW. Because of her auditioning, and I found out who she was, and and then when I started watching Queens, shortly thereafter, or a little bit after, was when she was still on there, and then Grace was there, and all of that. So, it seems like it's been like over a year, but it's only been a few months. Oh, God.
Yeah, no, right. You would think it was
insane.
I know. I would have thought this has been going on for like a year and a half. Like it's been so
It
long.
feels
So
like
much
yeah,
has happened,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, and then I don't know, and I was going to ask you about this though too, because I happened to see this somewhat in real time. The the VC chat's getting nuked in the server. Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
In the LOLCOW one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, get ready. Okay. So apparently this happened either Wednesday or Thursday of last week, I believe. One of my homies, my other co-host, Toxic Piplup. I've mentioned him before. Yeah. He's
I know
he's
Toxic
part of
from Not Recording. Yeah.
But he has been on his own channel. He's been streaming a lot more, and he's been covering a lot of the LOLCOW stuff. Well, he just so happened to be catching up on Rewind and Queens and all that, and then he got a notification from about how the VCs, all of the VCs in the LOLCOW server got nuked. Every single one of them.
Oh.
And they were like, what? But it was, and I was like, excuse me, what? But then I saw the tweet. Let me see if I can find the tweet. Hold on. It was from the LOLCOW Live, I believe, or Queens, one of the two. Let me see if I can find the tweet.
They stopped Not Recording? It's done?
So, Wings apparently went apeshit in the Discord. Yeah, Wings has gone postal on our members-only Discord, fighting against the entire Discord, server muting pay pigs and mods, demanding, but he meant demanding. We all know that it was Keem. We ban people he does like, threatening violence. We had to temp remove all VCs. Now he's threatening mods at Fat Camp. It's bad.
Oh, what's bad is the spelling. That's funny.
Yeah. This was on the 25th. Yeah, he posted this on the 25th.
Because it's like they do so much fakery. Like Lynx came up and exposed like the scripting and all that other stuff. Like, yeah, you could tell it's scripted and all that, but like now it's just so corny to me. Like the way they want it.
Agreed.
This show could have been perfect. All you had to do was put these retards in front of a camera and a microphone and let them be tards. That's what their LOLCOW's for. Just let them be them.
Yeah.
Give them a couple topics and go. You do this whole little, yeah. She exposed scripts you never even thought of. Yeah. Cause like all you gotta do is that. This whole like you have to make them. Oh, let's do. Every show has this. Oh, they're quitting. Oh, we're getting fired. They're fired. They're fired. Like the whole show is either just firing people and rehiring them, or they have to do a punishment. Like this is like children's hour. Like it's just the corniest thing in the world. Like, and then I don't know. Like I thought LOLCOW Queens was gonna be different, and it seems like that's the worst one.
Well, yeah, and now apparently there's LOLCOW Madhouse. The hell is that?
What is that?
I don't know. I just got a
LOLCOW.
notification for it.
LOLCOW Madhouse.
I literally just got a notification for that. I have no idea. I have no clue. Like what?
That sounds insane. Like what? Like who's on
like
there?
the anime studio? I don't know, Reaper. I don't know. I literally just got a notification for it like 2 seconds ago. I have no clue.
LOLCOW, man. Sounds like Keem's version of Fish Tank. That's hilarious.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Q spitting facts. No, well, I don't know how much, or if you know Q's hood ornament, but he was also, well, him and I actually got to know each other because of Rich. Because we used to watch Rich back in the day. And so, but now he's on his own thing. He's with the Op Block and all of that. And he's part of Falgi's crew, essentially. But he's a homie of mine. I've known him forever. So
yeah. I like the Op Block. That when I saw him packing up Dan's burst for the first time, I thought it was so funny. That was such a great time. That's when I first learned about them.
They are, yeah. That, I think that's when they got put on the map, and rightfully so. That was when all that happened. That was great. But yeah, but Q is part of the Op Block, but I've known him for even before he started the Op Block, so I've known him for a hot minute. So, but yeah, what is this Madhouse? What is this? Okay, now I'm interested.
Yeah, me too.
We are like all over.
I'm trying to find where you found it. Yeah, I'm trying to look for it.
Okay, it's apparently I don't know. It's part of the. It must be part of a channel that I subscribe to. Hold on. Let me see what I can find here. I'm checking on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, like the stream, guys. Thank you for showing up here.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Our goal is still active for another 20 minutes. What did you say, Anstan? It's the new format of LOLCOW. Oh!
Madhouse's Tech Talk. Renamed.
Oh!
That's
gotcha.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say the G word. Sorry.
It's okay.
I don't want to.
Listen, we've had worse. We've had worse said. It's okay.
Yeah.
Listen, we've had worse said here. It's fine. Oh, what? Why did they rename it Madhouse? Why?
Oh, thank you. I thank you. Hold on. I appreciate it, man. As a buy man, I give you the pass. Hey.
Thank you.
Then you know what? I'll trade you. You can get an N-word pass from me, my brother. All right?
There you go. Go
ahead. So whenever you want, you're on your stream, and apparently you could say it whenever on YouTube. The F slur is the bad one, but you can say the N-word all day long, and it's fine. I didn't know
apparently. What is this stream? Well, I have to. What is this stream? Oh my god, y'all are crazy. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, that's great. No, this isn't. Those who have been around for a while know that this is not the first time that the N-word has been dropped here. And it has not been by me. It has not been by me. Not at all. No.
You can drop it. Come on, just one time. You know, just spit it out. You're only getting a small fraction of the N-words you'll get on Sly's stream. That is true. And it's even worse, right? Like this on mine will hit the buttons. But on my other show, which is all black people, we're throwing it around all day. We're calling people the N-word.
That's not true. It's not all black.
No. It's everyone. Everyone gets it. Leon would be sad. Well, Leon's acting like...
Leon would be sad.
Leon's been showing up a lot recently, criticizing me. He thinks I have a race play fetish. That's what he's assumed. Because I talk about the snow bunnies, and my girl came up to talk about how that's her in the soundbite. And
no way! That's actually her?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's funny.
Because I had her tell a story and I recorded it, and in the story I had the N-word. I'm like, all right, go ahead and say it. She's like, you're recording this,
bro.
Like, no, of course not. Now go ahead and tell me what you just said. So I cut it out and put it in there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Clipped her. Didn't they debate this on Chris's stream? Did you debate this on Chris's stream? Apparently.
What, the race play thing? Oh, I didn't know that. Did they?
Wait, Leon and Chris did? Oh, okay. I thought that you meant Sly was in there too. Okay.
No, me and Leon were talking about it. No, wait, who said that? Sly or
Tot Tomato?
Oh,
apparently Leon. Chris and Leon debated this at one point.
Oh, I had no clue. I had no clue about that.
I didn't know that either.
I'm gonna have to see that.
That would not surprise me if they did, though. That would not surprise me at all. Oh, that's funny. That's great. Well, Sly, I figured what we could do is that just to kind of end things off here, because I know you got to go here soon. I figured that we could watch a little bit of the stream of when Rich called in, and we can react to it and laugh at it and point and laugh.
Perfect.
Because I did say that we would kind of react to it with you tomorrow. And just get your point of view on it, because that, from what I saw of it, now I did see a little bit of it, and it was, it was chaotic. It was extremely chaotic. However, I don't know how much of it I saw, to be honest with you. I know that it wasn't very long, but I figured that we could just end with that, and then we can, because I know like I said, I know that you got to go here soon, so I figured that we could end with that.
You want to watch the whole thing?
Just watch what you can. Yeah, we don't have to watch the whole thing.
With Grace or just with me and him? Because me and him is very short.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That's what the timestamp is that I sent you, is just when I talked to him. Because the rest was her, them two screaming. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
so it's really,
watch that then. Okay.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
139. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. And this is your video, so it's not like you're going to copyright strike me.
Oh no! As soon as I'm out of here, you're done. You're cooked,
bruh.
No.
Can you
I ain't
imagine? Can you imagine?
That's filthy.
Can you imagine if that were actually, dude?
Yeah. As soon as I leave here, flip.
That'd be so I know you would never do that, but dude, can you imagine if someone actually thought that they could do that to someone?
Right. Show boss move. Right. Yeah. As soon as I leave here from being a guest, boom, copyright.
Bruh.
That'd be demonic. I would do 90 streams a day on that.
And Stan Designs became a member, and Stan Designs celebrates 1 month of membership.
What happened?
Get your grey hoodie ready.
Oh, I'm getting a notification about memberships. Thank you, Ann Stan, for being a member for 1 month. I appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you.
Hey. I thought something crazy.
The notification was delayed. I apologize. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. So this is when I got it at 1:39:04. So this is a few seconds before you and Rich get into it.
Yeah, because Grace and them were I just was sitting there quiet while they were screaming at each other, talking about sending them to court and stuff like that. So yeah, got a little crazy.
Yeah, I saw that too, where she's allegedly sending him to court. It's like, what? What?
Here, I have the. If you want to see what you wrote.
Oh God.
This is what she sent in there. Yeah, I forwarded it to you.
Oh Jesus Christ.
That's what she.
Yes, I saw this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was.
So, oops. So before we react to this real quick, this will only take a second, chat.
Yeah,
so I was fraudulently induced to travel from Rhode Island to New York based on oral and written agreements with the what the fuck ever, Grace. Yeah, oh my God, shut up. It cost me $268 in diesel, $37.99 in props. What, for the chicken suit?
Chicken suit.
Oh,
chicken suit. She's trying to recoup the chicken.
Oh God, $690 in hotels, loss of future revenue from collaboration in excess of $1,000. Yeah, okay. Defendant also published libelous statements to his YouTube audience of 60K plus, referring to my father as your pedophile dad. Well, he kind of is. Saying your dad's a pedo and telling me to go suck on your daddy's dick again, resulting in that's going to get clipped. Resulting in monetary damages to my reputation and income and massive losses in future marketability and sponsorship opportunities in excess of $1,000. Evidence to collect. Messages inviting me. Messages telling me where he lives.
Look how retarded he is. Wow.
So these are the messages that apparently they had. This was on February 22nd. So you would be able to get to my area by Tuesday. Gracie. Yes, for sure. That's her. I know that profile picture anywhere.
Oh, it's her. I know.
Yeah, you're in Silver Springs, right? That's what people told me. I don't have the balls to track your real address down, so that's a 7-hour drive for me. Easy peasy. And like I said before, I have people who pay for my hotel, so I'm totally covered on that. And that's when he corrected her and said that where he's actually at.
What a retard.
Wow.
Mind you, his story is he has no clue who this person is. Just invited him to you're going to be in my area by Tuesday. Talk about simp behavior. Talk about being a simp. You're going to be with me, right? Right, Grace? You're going to come see me, right, Grace?
100%.
I wouldn't be dead doing this. You'll never see a DM of me saying this. This is why I say what I say.
Nope.
So you were like, he took it back, but you invited someone that you said you don't even know anything about. So Mr. I care about my family and kids so much that you originally invited a random person from the internet just because they were on a show that you got kicked off of around your kids.
Bruh. That's wow.
Don't call me a simp ever in life. Don't call me a simp ever in life. This is, if anything, you are the boy. Okay, go ahead.
Well, he's always been known to be a simp too.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
He talks to his little e-girls and he be drooling all over him. He's a creep.
Keep in mind here, chat, need I remind you all, this is the same man who dated Becky Boop of all.
Big. Me either. I hope all bad things happen.
Yeah, I can't stand her. Oh my God, she's a fucking hot mess in and of itself. Anyway, so this is when shortly. This is like a few seconds before, but this is around the time that you and him get into it. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
All right. Here we go.
Oh. Did you call the cops on her?
Oh, dude. Then you see, no.
Yes or no? Did you call the cops? Yes or no?
Her and her father showing up here.
Did you call the cops on her? Yes or no?
Dude, you're being a dickhead.
Did you call the cops? Yes or no?
But it don't say a little girl. No.
So it's not misinformation. Next to the next one. What's the next thing I did?
You're just butthurt. I finally called you out.
What are you talking about?
You know,
finally called me out for what?
Her dad is also racist, too.
Okay,
her dad is also racist.
Awesome. What am I... Wait. No, Grace.
Let Ben Thorpe show up to your house.
I gotta mute you, Grace.
Let Ben Thorpe show up to your house, then.
Okay, well, I'm gonna know this call me out thing. What did you call me out for?
Bruh.
I had to shut her down. I let her talk the whole time. I'm like, all right, my turn. We gotta cut.
Well,
you.
yeah. No, I get it 100%. I would have probably done the same thing. But what? You're just mad that I finally for what?
Yeah. He didn't call anything out. He never called anything. Like he just said dumb thing. Like he's like, oh, he said I was butthurt over or a simp. That's what he was kept calling me. Like these aren't call outs. You didn't call me. I'm asking him now. Tell me what I did. He's like, he was talking so much shady things about me. Okay, and then tell me what they are. Oh, I can't think of them. You'll see when you keep going. You'll see. He couldn't even think of anything. Then the next day he ran a stream back. He's like, see, I'm gonna show you exactly what I meant, and he couldn't find them either. So just 2 days in a row he couldn't figure it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was legit urban Jerry Springer.
He was legit.
Listen, it could be argued though that Jerry Springer was urban without the, Jerry Springer was off and popping when I was a kid. That was some wild shit. I miss R.I.P. Jerry Springer. R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
There will never be another show like his ever, ever.
What did you call me out for?
For being a disingenuous piece of shit.
Okay, like what? What did I do?
You just said that I just called the cops on a little girl.
And you
said,
yes,
a grown-ass woman. And she had her father coming here who's been to prison, who's a proud pedophile. So? You want him at your house? You want him there?
If he shows up, I'll shoot through the door. Shit. No, what the fuck?
Okay, all right, man.
What else? What else did I do?
Dude, I don't remember off the top
of my head. Oh, you don't remember because I didn't do anything
No.
True. Oh, you don't. You don't remember. Yeah, you're so adamant on what he did, on what he supposedly did to you. You can't remember. Okay.
At all.
Rich.
At all.
Okay.
So I call him out on it. No. Oh yeah, he's gonna get mad again. Tell the world.
Ask me a question.
I just did. What else was I being disingenuous about? Tell me. Because you said I was doing a bunch of things. You had to call me out. So go.
You want to go into fucking.
Look at you.
This is where you're gonna bring up Jay. This is where he brings up Jay, and I'm like, that's not gonna work.
I'm just laughing at your face right now. You're like, let's go, let's go.
I'm playing with him.
You want to go into you saying that Jay scammed people and he proved the receipts that they didn't? Those are the things I could think off the top of my head.
That has nothing to do with you, though.
Doesn't matter.
I'm talking about you.
What do you mean it doesn't? Oh my god.
Retarded.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? What do you... Dude.
It's about you. I'm asking, what did I do to you? You said another man, so I'm talking to you. What did I do to you?
Don't you think alone it's wrong, big enough what you were saying about the fact that I'm calling cops on a little girl?
You have nothing. Semantics. You told your stream the other day that I was doing a bunch of things to you, and I said I didn't do anything to him, and that's why he can't say anything. So tell me other things I did to you. Go.
Dude, I can't think of them.
Because you know I didn't do anything. Because I didn't do nothing to you. Okay,
that's not it.
Go ahead and say something then.
Dude, you did. Oh my God! Can I pull up the stream? Can I pull up the stream?
and by the way, this has not been. This is the first time I've watched this over. And if you ask him, you would make it out like I never let him talk. I didn't know it was that because I thought it was super crazy, and I was just he kind of like low key gaslit me until I watched this. Now,
yeah.
I'm like, it wasn't even that bad. It was just like we were just going back and forth. Like it wasn't that bad. Like I really thought it was because I remember Grace and them. It was just like you couldn't. It was like a flashbang went off. But it's not really that bad of a situation. I'm looking back at it. It's really not that bad.
No,
like usually when I debate, it's not like this. That's usually, this was just spur of the moment. He came in telling everyone to shut up and all that. So he brought the energy is why we're here. Usually I let them talk and just let them hang themselves. But this one, he got a little bit too much smoke. So I will say, this is not how I usually act. If you watch me debate like Trav on mine, you see a totally different, it's not this usually, but yeah. I mean, this is not as bad as he's making it out to be. Like, he's like, you wouldn't even let me talk. I don't know. I'm looking at it pretty good now. I don't know.
Right.
You pull up what stream of you? You didn't say anything in that, but go ahead. Pull it up. Show me where you said anything about me. Go ahead. I watched it. You didn't say nothing because you couldn't think of anything. Go.
No, that's bullshit. You're using this finger pointing bullshit.
What are you talking about? Finger pointing. I asked you a question. I asked, what did I do to you? You said I can't think of anything. So, and you said, you want me to pull up a stream? I said, go ahead. But I know you don't have anything. Well, go ahead.
No, fuck off, dude. You know what, man?
You don't have anything.
Using semantics here. No, semantics. You were also saying right now. Oh,
how is he? How
are you saying? What are you? Whoa, Nux. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's never this bad. Don't listen to him. He's lying. Right to your face. It's never like this. Don't let him talk to you.
Listen,
Reaper,
I saw
Reaper.
I saw the Reaper come defend him. Reaper, come on.
Don't listen to no. Reaper, no.
No, I know. No, listen. It wasn't even like that when. I don't know. I haven't seen all of it, but you weren't even like that with what's his face? Ravenstolfen? Is that his name?
Raven, I was a little
Raven.
I was a little tough on him. Wait, I know what you're talking about. The first one.
Yes.
One. Yes, you're right. I wasn't. The second one, when I did the call with him, I was definitely tough on him. I was beating him up in that one, but it was private, so it doesn't count. I can beat him up all I want.
True.
Yeah, the first one, yes, I know. I let them talk. I like the silence. I like them when they have to sit in there. In the middle of a debate, Nugs, I'm saying I usually don't debate like this. I let them talk, is what I'm saying. I was putting him to the fire because he brought this energy. Usually, I'm going to let them go. I'm not always this aggressive. I don't always go this aggressive. Only sometimes. It's only been the Raven and this one. Chozo didn't work. I didn't even debate him. So I didn't even work. Go ahead. You wouldn't even know. No,
okay.
Just hide.
All right, you're so fucking thugged out. Go ahead and shoot someone that shows up to your fucking door.
I will.
All right.
So what else?
Tough, bro.
So what else? No. Should I not? Or should I call He left! He ran! Dickers ran!
Come on. No way.
Yeah. Back it up a little bit. Back it up. To where I'm gonna play that part where he says the thug thing again. Play that one real quick.
Hold on. Right around here?
Yeah, it should be good right there.
It shows up to your fucking door.
I will.
That's all right.
So what else?
Tough, bro.
So what else?
No.
Should I not? Or should I call? It was right before. It's fine. This is the thing. So he got called out. Like I called him. I'm like, why? Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on.
Finger point. And I asked you a question. I asked, what did I do to you? You said I can't think of anything. So, and you said, you want me to pull up a stream? I said, go ahead. But I know you don't have anything. Well, go ahead.
No. Fuck off, dude. You know what, man?
You don't have anything.
Using semantics here. No,
semantics.
You were also saying right now. Oh, all right. You're so fucking thugged out. Go ahead and shoot someone that shows up to your fucking.
Bro.
Yeah. So this is what he says, right? So I was like, I flipped it on. I'm like, whoa, I know I got to be a thug because I'm black. I'm obviously playing, but I know it's going to affect him because he doesn't want to be called a racist, obviously. Because, so he was like, him trying to talk himself out of this one. He's like, I didn't mean thug like because he's black. I meant like thugged in a different way. It didn't mean thug like that. See, he's trying to play, like he's just using misinformation. What?
Oh my God.
You said
that's always his excuse.
Yeah, always. Like you literally said to be thugged out. What are you talking about? You mean to be a thug, and you wouldn't say that to anybody else. You're saying it to me.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I was like, he was trying to really outsmart him. I have never laughed so hard trying to hear him try to outsmart
Dude, I
his
would
own
have
brain.
died.
It was the funniest thing. I was in tears last night watching it. Boy tried to outsmart his own brain. Yeah, he said thug, hood, and Uncle Tom. But I'm not talking about anything about his race or anything like that at all.
No,
yeah, we
not
know
at
what
all,
the thug
no.
implies. Yeah, just stand on it. Be like, yeah, I think you're a grimy black person. Fine, cool. I was like, you're just beating around N-word's bush this whole time. You just say it.
Right.
Go ahead. Spew it. I'm cool with it. Yeah, and then of course, if you press play, you get the famous sprint.
I will. That's all right.
So what else?
Tough, bro.
So what else? No. Should I not? Or should I call? He left. He ran. Dickers ran.
Come on.
Dickers ran. Talk to me nice. I don't lose. Stop
I was sitting here so
I don't lose. I don't
Let's
lose.
go.
Stop playing. Dickers ran.
I'm going to just make a statement that I don't agree with Grace continuing to go out of her.
Dude. Bro. Oh my God. I can't. What were you thinking when all that happened? When he ran? Were you expecting for him to?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Wow.
Not at all. I did not expect him to. At all. I thought that he would have at least tried to, I thought he would maybe get, I don't know, I thought he would be there a little longer, but he couldn't, because he could not back his points up. Yeah, we didn't even expect him to show up. That's fact. We didn't even think he would show up.
Like, there was no,
super all of a sudden people were saying he's in your chat. And then they were like, no, it's not true. Then he was like, yo, Zickers is watching your stream right now. And I'm like, for real? Really? What? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, well, add me on Discord. Let's bring him up, because someone was like, he wants to come up. I said, perfect, add me. And then he wasn't adding me, and then I was like, oh, I got the request, and then he showed up. I said, all right, let's bring Dickers in here. So I didn't know that he was even going to show up. So obviously I had no time. I'm not preparing. I'm not ever going to prepare for him, because I didn't do anything to him. That's why he couldn't think of anything. And the next day he's like, well, watch, I'll show you exactly the points I was going to bring. He scrolled through a whole video reacting to it, couldn't find one of them, because he didn't make any about him. I didn't do anything to him. So obviously now that when I say, all right, let's run this back, but now that I watch this, I don't need to run anything back. He really had me thinking I was this crazy, screaming, and he didn't get to say a word. That's not true. He just didn't have anything to say. So I pushed absolutely not. I don't even need to run it back anymore. But I was like, oh, we gonna run this back. That's cool. But no, not after that whole, oh yeah, that's why he's always going to be on my stream, but everyone has to pay me to talk in my chat. No, absolutely not.
Well,
I'm not having people pay him. No.
Right. Well, and also to be fair to you though too, in the moment of it happening, you're like, okay, so much is happening all at once. What did I say? What did I do? Did I actually say something that could have potentially offended this person? Did I say something wrong? You go through that, right? I've done that before. I've been in different types of quote unquote situations or talks like that where it does get kind of heated. And you look back on it and you're like, did I actually get like too hot? Did I like not let this person talk or something? And then you listen back to it. Sometimes you do end up being too hot. It happens. Or other times you're like, no, I did the right thing. I'm good.
Yeah. He gaslit me. I really thought I was that bad. Because I remember I remember one part in my mind, the part when I was like, you don't have anything, when he was talking. I remember that. So I'm thinking I did that the whole time. But now that I watch it, I literally stopped talking at points and let him go. So, and then he let me go. So, yeah, this is just like a barbershop banter back and forth. Like, this is not even that crazy of a thing, but he ran from it. So I'm always going to take this. So I don't even care. That was why I originally said, let's run it back. Because I was like, yo, you know what? Let me shoot his fade back, right? Let him get his fade back, and we could do it that way. Because I really thought it was that bad. But now that I watch it over, I'm like, please. He just ran. He didn't have nothing. Forget it. That's it. And then he's like, no, next time if I was gonna talk to him, I'd have all my things written out, and I'd have my points that I want to make. That's what he said. I'm like, why? I didn't have any of that. No. I just went in there knowing the truth, and I know I didn't do anything to you, so I didn't have no problem. I was comfortable in any situation. You got triggered because I said little girl. I know that, and that's why I have to. And I only pointed it out. I'm like, did you call the cops on her? Did you call the cops on her? Okay, you called the cops on the little girl. That's why. Just because you did. I mean, just because there's someone else, she's a part of the call and call the cops. And you're embarrassed, so I wanted you to say, I wanted to get you saying you called the cops on a little girl, only because I think it's funny. But you got triggered by it. That's not my fault. Don't get mad at it. You did it. You shouldn't have done it if you were going to get mad. Don't be blaming me. You shouldn't have called, I guess. I don't know what else to do. So that part.
He's using you as an excuse for him getting mad, and when he's the one that did it himself. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, that was funny. That was a good time.
I bet I would have been. Listen, I would have been rolling if that would have. Again, that's why I said in the beginning, I don't ever think that Rich will ever come here. If he were to, I would welcome it. I've welcomed it before when I've covered him before with his stupid ass antics. I've welcomed it before and said, listen, you are welcome to come on here. I've tweeted at him. I've even added him in different streams that I've covered him on. And I've said openly and publicly, you are welcome to come on here and debate or to debunk anything that is covered here. Like when the whole thing with Jay came up initially. The first cycle of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Now it's a cycle, which is sad. When all of that was first going on. But I would have been like, yeah, I would have handled it probably the same way. At least I would have hoped I would have. I probably would have gotten loud too. But yeah, there's only so much that you can do with him though, too, to be fair. Right? Because he's so stubborn and he doesn't like listen. He doesn't want to listen because he wants to just think that he is always right. He's one of those people that has to always be right. Well, I'm sorry, dude, you're not. You're not.
And he makes this whole thing about the misinformation. I'm gonna say this, and then I got a jet. I'm sorry. He says this thing about the misinformation, which I can't stand because he does this, but then he does a whole entire stream about me where he just lies after lie after lie and shows none of it and literally says, oh, this person told me and I trust them. That's his evidence. It's because somebody told him something. He said that I unmodded people because they followed him. That's not true. I've never unmodded anybody. I don't unmod people anyway, and because I don't even take the mod thing like everyone else does. I just give them out. That's why I have so many in my chat. People be like, why there's just so many mods? Because if they ask for it and I know that they're regulars, I just give it to them. I don't care. I'm not taking it away. Yeah, I don't take the mod thing like that serious. So, and if the person started like going crazy, I'd take it away. That was it. But had nothing to do with Rich. I didn't take anybody. I've demodded or unmodded somebody like 7 or like mad months ago because of like I was just like, oh, I have people that I haven't seen in a while, and more people like different regulars are coming in, so I'll give it to them when I see it. So I took people that I haven't seen in a year. That has nothing to do with Rich. This was months prior. So that was the only time I ever did that. That's not true. And I said, hey, I will put up my channel if you tell me who I unmodded. From the time I started talking to you, they were modded, and then now they're not. Show it to me, and I'll do it. I'll delete the whole thing. You'll never find it. I'm telling you. So that was that lie. Yeah. Then there was you know what? Oh, I forgot the other, because it was like back to back to back. He was lying to me. I'm like, no, you just lied like 3 times on me. You just keep saying it.
Right.
I'm going to sub the slide. Yeah. You'll get
you better queue. You better queue.
As soon as you show up, you'll be blued out. Trust me.
Oh, you know what? Yes, he deserves it. Yes, well, everyone here deserves it, to be fair. But yes, he deserves it. Yes, he's my homie. But
yeah.
What was I gonna say? But yeah, no, you haven't. Like what? Oh my god, it's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Well, you know that I used to be a mod for him for a hot minute. Did I ever tell you that?
I did not know that. No.
I didn't ever tell you this? Oh, yeah. I was a mod for him for a hot minute. Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Yep.
Why'd he get rid of you?
Oh, gee, I wonder why.
So you criticized him and he got upset.
It was around the time, I think that you and I have talked about this, when Nerdy John was covering everything with him and Jay. It was shortly thereafter.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was shortly thereafter was when I noticed that I wasn't upset by it. I just found it funny. That me of all people triggered him.
Funny. Wait a minute. He actually did the thing he was accusing me of. So he unmodded somebody because they were associated with somebody else he didn't like.
Yep. It just so happened to be around that time, though. Coincidence or not, it just so happened to be around that time. Again.
Oh my god.
I don't care. I haven't subbed to him, and I'm not a member of his for it's just over a year. It's just I don't care. I just find it funny that he's trying to call you out for that when he's doing the same goddamn thing. Shut up.
Literally did the same thing, and I would have never done that. I rarely ban people. I banned someone yesterday just because they were talking about hookers and BDSM, and no, I don't rock with that. And then I banned someone before that about LOLCOW. That was the two people. Like I'll yell to ban this other Spurg named Laz, but he has nothing to do with anything. He's just talking about a fight that we were supposed to do 97 months ago. Like I could care less. Like he'll just like block text, and I'm like, people want to talk. I don't care about what you have to say.
I love how it's 97 months ago. How specific.
Yeah. It's
I love it.
97 months ago, we were supposed to do something.
That's funny.
So I'll do that, but I rarely ban people. Like rarely. And I definitely not unmodding. I'm not going through the 19 steps to unmod you. No, it's never gonna happen. I literally have this guy named Lost in Gaming who is a super big Rich fan in my Discord now, unless he left, I don't know, but he's in the Discord now. Like I don't care about that. I don't care. And he's stuck up for him, and he goes against me when I was going against Rich, and he was siding with Rich. I don't care. Like I'm definitely not gonna be on mine. That's why I have no problem with saying, all right, how about this? If you're right, I'll delete my channel. If I'm right, you delete yours. Put yours up if you trust this person. Ride out with him. You won't, because you know you're just lying. I know you are. Then there was another thing that I encouraged Grace to come to your house. I said, bet, show it. I literally showed the stream where she's on your way to your house already and read out where I asked the question, are you going there? But go ahead, put that up too and say that I encouraged it. He was saying that too. Like he was just kept lying after lie after lie. And he was like, because people told him. I'm like, okay, well. Yeah, people are telling you wrong. They ain't going on.
Yeah, it's just that's his tactic. That's what, and I even hate to say. Well, I mean, it's true though. I don't necessarily hate to say this, but it's true. Jay does the same thing. To a certain degree, you know him and it's they. You heard from people that people were doing this, that people were doing that. Why don't you look into it yourself and actually make that determination as to what these people were allegedly doing and not doing? It's like you expect for us to do that. Why can't you? Like
that's
when,
a fact.
like when you mentioned earlier about Jade not showing receipts and stuff. You had every right to think that way. Most people, like I said, who were covering that or knew of the story related to that were like, yeah, we're probably thinking the same thing. Like that's a bit sus. Like what?
Yeah.
And that's okay for them to think that way because guess what? He wasn't showing all of the fucking receipts when he should have. He wasn't
showing anything. I'm collecting money from November, and I'm saying it's all for kids. I show that I only gave $500 to a kid's charity. I literally quote retweeted, said, where's the rest of the money? No answer. Then I got a sarcastic one the next time. And then I'm like, okay, boom. You only saw it because I went at Rich and something, whatever. And then you show me that you gave it to community in private. But you said you weren't going to show anything publicly. You weren't going to show any proof. So how am I supposed to know? So it doesn't sound
exactly.
It sounds online. You're playing with money.
Publicly?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm not. We're not rocking with that. Absolutely not. But
yeah, it's ridiculous. But anyway, sir. Well, you got to get going. I know it's going to be about that time.
Yes.
But I appreciate you so much, and I'm so happy that you were able to come back here. Of course, you will welcome back anytime. You know that.
All right, thank you. You know I love coming over here. You know what I mean? Hopefully.
I know. I'm so happy.
I know. I love it. I love it, Evan. I love. Of course, I love it. I love it over here. Especially, I don't got to be on camera. I could just kick back.
True.
Just talk. I love it. I love it like this.
Well, I mean, you're welcome back anytime. Hey,
I appreciate
you want to come back? You want to come back tomorrow? Well, no, maybe not tomorrow because tomorrow's Zeldacast. But if you want to come back like Thursday or Friday or something, you're more than welcome to it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I will.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. Cool anime girl spamming. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank
you. Go
so
sub
much.
to Sly, please. Thank you. Yes. I appreciate you, good sir. You have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you so much.
You have a good night. Thank you, Kay, and thank you, chat. Gang, I'll be live tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. I'll be outside. I love y'all.
Bye.
Thank you.